Hi everyone, this is Abigail Smith, discussion 5.1. So the top three methods that I recognized from the readings were collaborating with colleagues, making clear expectations, and creating opportunities for students to share their knowledge. So collaborating with colleagues is important because it sets an expectation for students. If you mention that you're collaborating with people, they will probably respond better when you enforce that collaboration between them. You will be able to share more ideas with each other. You'll get great ideas from other colleagues. You can give them yours as well. And this just helps to create a community, especially if you're in a setting where you aren't meeting with your colleagues in person all the time. This also gives you the opportunity to show people new methods that you're using in your virtual classroom that they might want to use in theirs. Setting clear expectations. So this is for the setting where you're not seeing each student every day if you're seeing them in person at all, which can help to avoid confusion. This is setting students up for success. When you have those clear expectations from day one, you'll waste less time since they will just know what is going on, what is expected of them. Especially if it's posted somewhere where they can look at it regularly instead of asking that same question every time. And it'll also help to stay on the schedule for the course. Opportunities for students to share knowledge is very important. This will allow for collaboration in any setting. If you give students time for a share out on their thoughts or ideas or how they're going about doing something. It's also a great way to keep track of attendance and who is paying attention, because, if the same people are sharing out every time, or you ask somebody to share out and they're not really responding, that's a pretty good indicator that they might not be there with you. And this is an easier way to build rapport with students because you'll have them sharing out more and you'll get more personal anecdotes from them, which will allow for a better relationship. So the stations activity is one way to really take advantage of this setting, which would allow for students to get that one-on-one instruction even if you're not with them in person. They'll get the opportunity to work with technology and also be able to collaborate with people depending on the station, which encourages those skills. And this can be done in person or hybrid or online. So teachers can no longer rely on seeing students in person to catch them up, and they need to be ready to change plans very quickly. Like if you're planning on using a website for the day and it suddenly crashes, you need to have a backup plan. You need to also be familiar with many online options for students. That kind of goes along the same lines. Some challenges are that it might be difficult to enforce attention among the students, and it might make it harder to form relationships with each other. Some solutions would be taking time to learn about one another. It's never a waste to have students introduce themselves and give their personal opinions on things. Using games in the virtual classroom is a great way to get to know each other. Doing group work and also switching up the routine when possible to keep kids' attention. Maybe sometimes you save your regular warm-up activity for the end or anything like that.